What's going on? I'm Marcus.
I'm Darlene.
She's just getting so good at that, right on point. And in today's video, we're going to talk about a question that I think a lot of couples, a lot of married couples, husband and wives, significant others always talk about. Are you willing or should you live with your in-laws temporarily to save for a home? If you're interested in following my debt-free journey and learning about finance, no, scratch that. If you're interested in following our debt-free journey and learning about finance, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and definitely hit that like button because it'll help the channel grow.
All right.
That was a good one. All right. Now, this is an interesting topic because I don't know. I think we kind of were in that situation, but a lot of couples are in that situation. They say, "Hey, if we live with the in-laws, we can save that down payment in 18 months versus taking 5 years to do it if we don't live with the in-laws." So, first question: is that a hard yes or a hard no for you? But let's start out with the answer first. Is that a hard yes or a hard no?
It depends for me.
For me, it's a who family we talking about?
It depends. That's the point.
Who family we talking about first? Who family we talking about?
It depends.
Oh man, that was funny.
That was the point. That's why I said that. It ain't no hard yes, ain't no hard no. It depends.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't depend on me. It doesn't depend on me. I love your family to death. Everybody in your family. I love my family. I don't want to live with either one of them.
No,
if it took me 8 years to save up to buy my first home, as opposed to living with them for 3 years to save up, I'm gonna be 8 years budgeting, and I'm gonna get some side hustles, and I'm gonna do it. I just can't do it. Me personally, it's certain things that I like to do. It's certain ways I like to walk around the house that I can't do now because the kids here. So I damn sure don't want to. I damn sure don't want to be in somebody else's house. I like my own space.
Yeah.
I just think it can be too problematic. But under what situation would you actually even consider it?
But I would only consider it literally for maybe a year.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I would consider it with my family if I knew that they had the space.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Now, hey, if you came from a super affluent family and like we had a whole wing,
Right.
that's a completely different ball. where I don't have to see you, but if you all up on top of me and it's one bathroom, and man, hell no, I'm gonna go crazy and go postal. We were in North Carolina, got a son, got a newborn daughter now. Both of us was relatively making squat. Would you say that in North Carolina that we were really?
Yeah.
We weren't making any money at all. We made enough money to, you hustling and you paying this late to pay this on time and juggling. We were kind of in that situation. And so we were looking for opportunities to move to the city. And so as we looked for the opportunities, she found an opportunity first. Our son was still in school. Our son was still in school. So you and our daughter, y'all moved up north.
Yeah.
And me and Aaron, we stayed down south so we could finish out the school year. Now at this time, my mother, bless her heart, she was more than hospitable. She was ready and willing to allow you and Alexis to go there and stay if you wanted to.
And God bless her. I mean, I tried.
Yeah, we love the gratitude.
I tried.
Yeah, that lasted like a week and a half. And it's not even a confrontational thing.
It wasn't. It was just the space.
Yeah, it's not a confrontational thing. Like if she had maybe another 1,500 square feet, you might have been able to work something out maybe.
I didn't have no door. Like
oh yeah, but my mother don't have she had like these beaded door, and you go in like you're going to a 70s massage parlor.
It was a space. It really was a space. I could not.
All right.
And it was a one bathroom, like you said. No.
And so I'm gonna tell you, this is my reaction, right? I'm like, man, I hope that 1 week she stayed there, I was praying. I was like, Lord, please let this work out, cause I don't know how the hell we gonna afford this and so I called. I called. I never forget. I didn't call you personally on Thursday. I called you like Friday, and I was like, hey. How'd it go? Now I get two different stories. My mother's like, "Oh man, it's great. Her and Alexis is fine."
I wasn't gonna tell her that I didn't want to be there.
I talked to her. She was like, "It's too tight here. We got."
I was like, I need my space. I need
my head
my
is spinning
space. Like,
because I'm like, so like think about it. Like I'm not making any money. Luckily, I think the only thing that worked out is because she took this new job, she was making a little bit more money at the time. So we were actually able to. But I was paying a mortgage. We paying a mortgage and an apartment
and daycare.
It was just money going everywhere, all because I don't know. I think that you have to be comfortable in that situation to do it. And it took us 1, 2, 3. We were 4 years before we bought this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause we were struggling for a minute.
Yeah, it took us
we had to catch up after that.
we once we got decent jobs, we actually had to fill in the hole that we dug when we was robbing Peter to pay Paul.
That's why I said we had to catch up.
Yeah, so
I wasn't going nowhere. I was paying daycare. And this apartment, I was going grocery shopping, cooking it out. I wasn't going nowhere.
So it took us a couple years to kind of right all the jacked up stuff we did financially. Yeah. Then it took us a couple years to get situated where we can actually buy it. Now, had we stayed with Moms for a year, 18 months, we probably could have made a lot of progress, but it just wasn't conducive to the space. I mean, let alone, can you imagine you and her were having space issues? Can you imagine all 4 of us trying to use one bathroom? The way that my kids be in the bathroom?
No.
Nah, but it would have been a problem. But I will tell you that, again, it depends on the relationship, the space situation. But to me, in that situation, I 100% defer to what my wife would want. Well, I ain't gonna say 100. I say 80% defer to what my wife would want. And I said my normal response would be no, I don't want to do it. But I know if it's something that she can make work for a while, if you can make it work for 18 months or 12 months, I know I can do it because I was in Iraq and I got shot at. So it's easy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you would have said, hey, let's do it for 12 months. I wouldn't have been like, nah. I would have been like, it wasn't a question of if I could do it or not. I would have just sucked it up if I had to. I just kind of deferred to you. And once you were like, no, I was like, all right. I didn't even argue.
Said, your mother has a basement with a bathroom. Now, but it wasn't, but the dogs was down there.
No, it wasn't even fixed up back then.
It wasn't fixed up.
Yeah.
So if the basement was fixed up and the bathroom was fixed up back then, I probably could have did it because that's my space.
Right,
you know what I mean? I would just go in the basement.
Yeah, all that stuff was unfinished.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
I couldn't remember if it was finished.
It was unfinished, and the bathroom was it was a half bathroom. It didn't even have a shower in it. Now she got a shower with it.
Yeah, I remember.
And so
But but if I had a space like that. And I mean, and she got a door to the basement. I can come and go.
That's the only place in the house that got a damn door.
Yeah. So that be my space. So right. I can move freely in that space, and I have my own bathroom, so I ain't got to.
I don't know.
I probably
honestly don't think I could do it. When I got out the military, I was looking for a place, and I stayed at my mother's house because it was going to take me, I think it was 60 days for the place that I wanted. And after staying there 3 weeks, I was like, man, I'm about to go get that place. It's just mice. I can deal with mice. I was like, I can catch the mice. I was just ready to get out of there because I've been on my own since I was 18. Yeah. And I've only been back home for that 6 weeks since.
Now, with that being said, if the tables were turned and we were where my family is, and they had, so I know that if they had a space, a room, and a bathroom, I can do it with my family.
I wouldn't.
Because I know that they won't.
Yeah.
Like
it's your own space. They aren't gonna come down there random.
I know that they're gonna be like, that is your space.
Nah.
And I mean, my family members do it all the time. So
I just can't. Yeah.
I think that's why it's like, they know.
I don't know.
That's your space.
I'm glad you said no. That kept me from saying no. I could scapegoat you. I was like, well, the babies, they need their own bathroom.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I can't do it. Even when we go on vacation to visit your family, I don't want to stay in nobody's house. And they are hospitable,
Yeah.
and we have good times over there and good conversations, just shooting the breeze. And
But my aunt house you stay, because you can go upstairs. You got your all the whole upstairs space.
yeah,
You could do that.
I guess, but typically, 90% of the time, I want to stay in a hotel. I don't even like the way foreign toilets feel when I sit on them. I was like, why that toilet so small? Like I got,
They do. They are smaller.
It was like sitting on this cup. I was like, man, come on, man. I was like, we gotta go to a hotel. This toilet's ridiculous. Yeah, but that's it. I think it's just a matter of, are you cool and if you do agree to do it. Now, like I said, if I would have deferred to you because in that situation, I'm all about, I wanted you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I can deal with being uncomfortable temporarily. If you can deal with it, we can deal with it. If you can't deal with it, we can't deal with it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was kind of my approach. But with that being said, if we have this discussion and you say, hey, let's do it for 12 months or 18 months so we can save to get a down payment. Once you say that and I say, okay, if you can deal with it, I can deal with it. That's the plan. I don't want to hear any complaining about anything.
I would like I said, if we were in California, if we were to go to California right now, and it's like, oh, we need to stay with somebody, and save up to buy a house somewhere out there, I could do it.
Yeah, I can't do it though.
Yeah.
Would you? Now, if the tables were reversed, see me, if you can't do it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Would the table, would you have that same thing? Or
Well,
would you be like, come on, let's save up? I'd be like, no, I'm just about to drive Uber and practice law. I just figure it out.
But you couldn't do it for a year, or you couldn't do it at all.
I can't do it.
But you just said if I'm comfortable, then you would just have to make it work.
I think it's different. I don't know. I feel like, I guess the way I say it is, because that was my parents, I give you the onus on what you feel.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
If the tables was reversing, it's my.
I think you should give the other person the onus of, can you do this? Because it's a bit, when it's my mother, I can tolerate her because I grew up with her for 18 years. I figured it out. You didn't. So.
But it's not about tolerating the person, it's about tolerating the space, right?
Yeah, the person, the situation, the entire situation, whatever that situation is.
Because my issue wasn't tolerating the person, my issue was the space.
Is whatever the issue is, be it person, space, whatever it is. Because I know what it is. So that's why part of it is because you're my wife, but you're the one who has to get comfortable. I grew up in that house. I've been to that house 50,000 times. You're the one who got to get comfortable. So I was like, if you can be comfortable there, I know I'll figure it out. Even if I'm not comfortable there, it's fine. You see what I'm saying? So if the
tables was turned in my scenario, you had a space.
Yeah.
Like our space.
Because I still wouldn't want to do it. Now I'll be like, no, I'm not staying in nobody's nothing. I'm a grown ass man and I need my own place.
Yeah, I know. You need you like your own space.
And then the other thing too, I know how it is. My view is if I stay over your house and I'm doing it to save money, I just feel like if you staying over some houses, at some point people think that, and it's true, you in their house, they can run shit how they see fit. And I don't like that. I like being able to run stuff how I see fit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's kind of my big, not that I'm going to do anything crazy if I'm in your house, but I don't want to have to abide by another person's rules. I make the rules. Hey, is this a rule? Let's agree to this rule. Yeah. So let it be written. You know what I mean? So I guess it depends. But whatever you agree to, I think you got to see that playing out. Whatever the situation, be it my parents or your parents, whether we had a space or we didn't have a space, if we come to the point and you say, hey, let's go ahead and do it, I'm essentially going to be like, 6 months down the line, I don't want to hear, oh, we can't do it, let's move out now. And no matter what happened, I don't care if you went to that bathroom and it was immediately after she took a dump and you were just so frustrated. Once you agree to do it, don't be like, man, your mother smells like terrible. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. You agreed to this, so this is where we at.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's how it is. As always, we appreciate you all tuning in. Y'all definitely take care. Every Sunday, I'm going to try to get the missus to come and sit down with me so we can talk something money related to get her opinion because y'all really like her. I don't know why, but y'all really like her. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Peace.
Bye bye.